So, what is a BioWell? This is a BioWell device, and what I do is I scan your fingers. Um, I scan them all, and we might do about 3 scans in your first one. And that shows energetically what's going on in your body. So it reads the off gassing of your fingers and the light coming off of your fingers to paint a picture of what's going on energetically. So I'm just going to explain it by sharing my own scan. Let me make this bigger. Okay. So I have this in compare mode. This is a scan that I took this morning. I was at 55 joules and I was about 95% balance, and we'll talk about that more. You can see that overall, and this is kind of what we want to see, that energetically, I'm mostly balanced. This is kind of, similar all the way around. So I did a scan, and then I listened to a sound file, and I drank some water, and I did some breathing, and then I did the scan again. This reads energetically what is going on within you in that moment, and you can shift that at any time. And so I explain those things in a BioWell session. But this is my second scan a little bit later. You can see maybe 30 minutes later. And I increased in joules just by one, and I increased in balance. This is my energy field, but we won't sit here for too long. This shows where it got this information. So this information came from the left ring finger, and it represents the hypothalamus. Left thumb is left ear, nose, and this is your right side. So it shows you where it got that information from. This is our chakras. This is the before scan. I was 95% aligned, and it looks like it's kind of out of whack, but it's not. So I'm still in the optimal zone. Behind, you can see these shades of pink or red, and then yellow and green. I'm within that green, which is in the optimal zone. So your left side, when it's leaning towards your left side, is more towards oneself, and when it's leaning towards your right side, it's more towards others. So it looks like, my heart energy, center is more towards others, which, I'm thinking about sharing this information with others, and my other chakras are more towards oneself. I would like to see all of that towards oneself. So when you're in perfect alignment, that's really when you're in deep meditation. So we're not always going to be perfectly aligned. So this is before, and this is after. And it shows I increased in alignment a little bit. You can see a really big shift. And in my energy center, that came into balance, which is really important. But so that's what that tab is. In the database, when I'm just on the one tab that we just did, it'll give you a music file in that chakra tab. And that's what I listen to. That music file is made just for you. It's only therapeutic for you. And that's what I listen to in between sessions. I would normally have you listen to them with headphones on. I happen to listen to it in the harmonic egg because I have one, but also because it's out of battery. So I listened to that file. I drank some electrolytes, and I did some deep breathing. And so that's how I made that shift. So the BioWell, it's all about measuring your stress level, your energy level, and your balance. So how much stress do you have in your life? What is that doing to your energy, and what is that doing to your balance? So the first scan, I was at 2.75, which is still in the optimal zone. It's a little bit higher. What I want to see, and it doesn't always happen in the first session, and that's okay, but what I like to see is a decrease in that stress level, which is what we have here. So I decreased in stress a little bit. My energy level increased a little bit. It's the middle of the day. I should have lots of energy, but it did increase a little bit. My Balance increased as well to 97.55. So these are all the things that we would want to see: decrease in stress, increase in energy, increase in balance. And when you come, you would come, if you had multiple sessions, you would come at the same time every time, because we don't want you to come in the morning, the afternoon, the evening, and then you can have different energy levels at all of those times. So the other really important thing is your organ disbalance. So this, as I said, is measuring the light coming off of your fingers. We want them to be similar light from this side as coming off of this side. If we're reading, what's coming off your left thumb, we want them both to be shining the same light. That means that that organ system is balanced. Mine has a tendency to go towards disbalance on the left side. I've seen it as much as 30. And when it goes to the left side, and I've been working on that, but when it goes to the left side, that's more of take action. You need to be doing something. There's something that that is pressing on you. And when it's more on the right side, that means that you need to rest. Something is really wearing you out. So that's this tab, and this is the most important tab to me. This is the area diagram, and this shows the balance between your hemispheres. Mine is really close. It is, let's see, this is before it was 0.34, 0.31. That's still within 0.1 of each other. It's still optimal. And after, it's even closer. So I came into balance even more, but I was already, my hemispheres were in balance. Energy diagram. So when we have stress on the body, we adapt to that stress through some organ system. And I have a tendency to adapt through my liver. The energy of my liver is always really high. And what that means I need to do is, eat really good and, drink good water and get good air and reconnect to nature and things like that. But so we like to see, what system are you adapting through? Because you can only do that for so long. And once it crashes, you might go into more physical issues. So this is my balance. This is the before. So what this shows, the green is your left side, the blue is your right side, and this shows how much light is coming off of that system. So for my liver, my right side was brighter than my left side. I had more energy on my right than my left, and we want those to be balanced. And like I said, I have a tendency for the liver, even though this one is greater. What is this one? The coccyx, just, at the bottom of my spine, even though that one's bigger, this one is the one that has a tendency to show up. And so that's why I stress the liver a little bit more. And that's why when you come for multiple sessions, we get a greater picture of what's really going on energetically in the body. But after I listened to the music that chakra tab provided, and I drank some water, and I re-centered myself through breath. That happened, which is amazing. And so what's showing up, I'm surprised it's not the liver, to be honest with you, but it's my spleen, my pancreas, and again, I need to eat good food and drink good water and get out in nature, get reconnected. But that's the intention of the BioWell. It's not to be diagnostic, but rather to help you see what's going on energetically in the body. So if you're interested in having a BioWell session, that's what it's all about. Just going to stop sharing this now. Thank you for watching.